We getting started here shortly. Whenever my stuff starts loading here, I got 18 on so far. Purpose of this hangout, just talking broke man's plan, traffic, and multiple streams of income. Broke man's plan, basically, I'm gonna just review it, lay it out, give you a strategy to follow. Same thing, talk broke man's plan, transition into traffic. And then after that, I'm gonna go, go from broke man's plan to traffic to multiple streams of income. So never mind, I get a little bit of cobwebs going this afternoon. Just been kind of running myself down, taking care of a bunch of different things. So anyway, appreciate folks showing up. We'll be getting started here real soon. If you were at my other hangout, then you know the basic structure of this whole system. But again, I'll keep reiterating these, concepts just so folks get it. But again, the whole purpose is to get folks on the broke man's plan, following it until they make some cash, obviously leveraging the rev share program. And then after a while, we take that cash and we'll use that cash to buy traffic, not from the rev share, but we'll take that money from the rev share, buy traffic from other sources, solo ads, CPC traffic, whatever other source of traffic out there that we have. And then we'll do that for a little bit until we get some more signups, till we get some more money. And then we'll take that chunk and then we'll run it through another program. And then we have multiple streams of income. We have traffic, and we scaled it up using the broke man's plan, basically. So, appreciate folks showing up. Don't really have a packed house regardless. The first hangout, I kind of laid out, the same structure I'm gonna lay out here. But if folks have questions, make sure you type them in the thing. We'll be getting started here in a couple seconds. So also, just to show you where I came from, just to show folks, because I don't think they believe me when I say I used to do articles and shit like that. I got this from Ezine Articles back when, and I apologize for my computer seems to be working pretty fast today, but if it's still choppy, I don't know. But anyway, going back to my little coffee cup here, Ezine Articles, I used to write articles for them. This is back when I was struggling, working on content. And the thing is, will I suggest folks using Ezine Articles now? No, because it's just, it's just not worth it. If anything, you want to blog and things like that, but writing for a site like Ezine Articles is not worth your time. But the only reason I say that is because, things change. Online marketing, in the past, you could have wrote an article, stuffed it with a bunch of keywords, and shown up fat, in the search engines just for doing that. And then after a while, Google got smart and keyword stuffing didn't work anymore. And so you actually had to write real content. And then, we went through the whole backlink phase where if you just wrote content and you had more backlinks than everybody else, you would appear up to the front. And then Google got smart to that. And then it changed its algorithms. And so that doesn't work anymore. And so now it's all based on engagement. You write an article and you get 50,000 people commenting and liking and sharing your information. That's what's going to drive your stuff to the front. So, shit like that, it's always changing. But what I'm sharing still works. It still works for me today. It's still what I'm doing right now today. In fact, there's some people who sell courses, and they sell those courses because they're not making money from the information that they say to do in those courses. You know, for example, some people will sell a course on, you know, Bing PPC, you know, Bing pay-per-click, but they won't actually be doing what they're teaching. See what I'm saying? The difference here is I'm still doing right now today what I'm going to share, you know, when we get to the traffic portion. So all that being said, I think I beat around a bush long enough. You know, just going to go plowing through this. We only got about 17 folks on here. So if you do have questions, feel free to throw them out. Going to be on here. Going to try and make it quick. Trying to get off here. It's 4:09. I always go long, but I'm going to try to get off here at 4:45. But any which way, moving on. The broke man's plan. We all know what it is. The idea, it's all based on, you know, some people call it a tripwire offer. Now, the whole idea behind the broke man's plan is when you're broke, you do not want to have monthly fees chasing you around, because I've been there where I joined a program and I would forget what day. I used to be horrible, just rotten, horrible with finances. And that's something I'm still working on. I would join a program and then forget what day it would, you know, the next payment would come out of my account. Obviously, I wouldn't have any signups. So I was kind of concerned about when the monthly payment would come back around and hit my stuff, you know, hit my account. And, you know, when you're broke, you don't want to worry about that. You already have enough stuff to stress out about, let alone I got to worry about this program because every single day or every single month on the 12th, they're going to take out $50 out of my account. I can't afford that $50. So that was the whole idea of the broke man's plan, to have programs that are one-off costs. Four Corners, one time $18. Lead Lightning, one time $7. You know, we got what Automated Wealth Network, the $7 version of it. You know, programs like that will fill the bill. Now, we have the program. We will need a marketing system. Lead Lightning is the marketing system that just ties along perfect with that same line of thinking. So Lead Lightning, one time $7. Then you pair that with, you know, either Four Corners or Automated Wealth Network or Traffic Monsoon or any other business out there that has a very low startup cost that does not have monthly fees. See what I'm saying? So you could plug in anything you want. You know, you could plug in any business and then link it to Lead Lightning and work your own broke woman's plan. And so the idea is to take our broke, I don't want to say broke programs, take our, you know, cheapo little programs, Lead Lightning and our business, whatever it is, Four Corners, Traffic Monsoon, whatever the hell else you want to insert there, and promote it on Traffic Monsoon. From that point, the only thing you have to worry about is working on getting to 50 active ad packs in Traffic Monsoon. So, you know, that's pretty much the only focus then is just getting to 50 active ad packs. But Rob, people are broke and can't afford to buy 50 active ad packs when they first start Traffic Monsoon. I get that. So that's why we break it up. You say, hey, look, there's no monthly fees in our system. However, whenever you have $50, be it every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 16.73 days, you take $50 and you buy an ad pack and you work your way up to 10 active ad packs in Traffic Monsoon. Anybody can do that. whatever budget you're in. It's not a monthly, it's not a weekly, it's just whenever you can, you buy an ad pack until you get up to 10. Now, once you get to 10 active ad packs, you can buy an ad pack every 5 days based off the current rev share from Traffic Monsoon. Again, based off the current numbers, current rev share numbers. Once you get to 10, you can buy a new ad pack every 5 days from Profits. See what I'm saying? So you see how that changes things. There's no stress. You don't have to worry about $50 a month going out, $150 a month going out. It's boom, you got 10 active ad packs. Every 5 days, you're buying an ad pack to promote the Four Corners or whatever business you want to promote, and then Lead Lightning. I wouldn't suggest promoting Traffic Monsoon and Lead Lightning on Traffic Monsoon. I would suggest having a third piece. For example, Four Corners is a good one, or Automated Wealth Network, or whatever there. And then that way, when Traffic Monsoon folks join and opt into your Lead Lightning link, you're not promoting Traffic Monsoon to the Traffic Monsoon folks. You have something different to hit them with. So, and you just keep working that plan until you get up to 25 packs. Again, this is all being bought through Profits. Once you get to 25 packs, you can buy a new pack every other day. 50 packs is right around the corner. So you're not worrying about signups. You're not posting on Facebook. You're just getting to 10, getting to 25, getting to 50. Once you get to 50, boom. Now you can start the traffic plan, buying traffic. Once you get to 50 active ad packs, you can take out $50 a week. You take out $50 a week through Payza, through Solid Trust Pay, however long it takes to hit your account. You just commit to every 7 days taking out $50. And whenever you get access to that $50, and I say it because sometimes Payza is slow, sometimes Solid Trust Pay is slow. Oh, well, you just take out $50 a week every 7th day. Not talking church here. Every 7th day, you take that $50. Whenever you get access to it, whenever it hits your account, if it takes a month, if it takes 2 weeks, whatever, just keep, whenever you get to $50, that 50, 1 week out of the month, that's going to help you cover your Power Lead System cost. Your Power Lead System is going to cost you around $53.94, $53.94 a month. That $50 you're taking out from Traffic Monsoon that 1 week will help you cover that Power Lead System affiliate costs. Now your business is virtually free. Weeks 2, 3, and 4, the rest of the month, you take that 50 and you're buying a solo ad, Udemy solo ad, Solo Checker, solochecker.com. Find people on Facebook that sell solo ads. Most of those folks who are advertising on Facebook are selling 30 to 35 cents a click. You find some places, some people, multiple places, and you take your $50 and you buy a solo ad for the next 3 weeks out of the month. This is all I've done. And I just kept doing this and I just kept repeating. And then my income went from here to here to here. And that's basically the same thing I'm still doing now. I still take out money every single day. And sometimes I buy traffic. I buy traffic every single week. And I'm almost buying it every single day. It depends. And I just kind of kept that plan going. And I think Darva is how you pronounce your name. I'm going to talk about how I kind of worked in Beyond Push here in a little bit. So broke man's plan, I think folks get it. And then the traffic plan, which basically I covered, and that's the same traffic plan I do today. And I starting to see a couple questions come in, but that same structure, and I just want to say this one more time, because folks think what I'm doing is magic. This is the same thing I'm doing today. Right now in Traffic Monsoon, I get like 330 packs. I'm earning like $600 to $700 a day, and I just maintain 300 packs. I'm not going crazy. I have enough referral commissions coming in that, I'll just maintain around 300 to 500 packs, and I take out the rest of the money. And once I get that money, I go buy traffic. Solo Checker, Udemy, Traffic for Me. I buy traffic from Ari, Maccabee. I just make it a point to keep buying traffic. Now, following that plan has allowed me to create a budget. Now that I have an abundance of cash, now it is time to take a small percentage of that cash I'm taking out of Traffic Monsoon and turning it into multiple streams of income. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a step-by-step process that I just kind of worked my way up, and now I can take, more money, take a smaller percentage, and create multiple streams of income. I.e. Beyond Push, and Automated Wealth Network, and Total Life Changes, which I'm still promoting to my international folks, and then I have another business that I'm promoting just to American folks. Dealing with fixing credit. So, but just understand, I wasn't always able to do that. I had to work the broke man's plan. I had to get up to where I can buy traffic steadily. And then now I started doing that solidly. I'm buying, anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 clicks a week. Actually, I'm still averaging 5,000 to 10,000 clicks a week in paid for traffic. So just see that progression there. Now, that'll kind of lead me to your question. I think your name is Darva. They ask, is it better to get an ad pack in Traffic Monsoon or purchase a couple of $20 packs in Beyond Push? Now, that depends on where you're at in Traffic Monsoon. If you have, I don't know your levels. I don't know if you have Power Lead System or not. I would suggest building up one first, getting to 50 ad packs in Traffic Monsoon, and then, basically just following my plan until you get some referrals coming in through Traffic Monsoon. If you can afford the Power Lead System, get the Power Lead System. And also, I will throw out there that I don't know everyone's budget. This is a suggested framework to follow. You can always adjust it. You can always switch it to suit yourself, your budget. The idea is not to stress you out financially. Okay, so that's why we leverage the Traffic Monsoon. We'll use that money to buy traffic, and then we'll just do that for a little bit until we get a good amount of referrals coming in, a good amount of ad packs, a good amount of daily income. Then we'll take another percentage of that income and we'll run it through, either Beyond Push, Automated Wealth Network. We'll create another stream of income, and we'll just kind of keep snowballing our wheel of money, if you will. So hopefully that answers your question. If you only have one pack in Traffic Monsoon and you have AWN and PWS, I think that's enough to be extended at. I would just work on, just building up in Traffic Monsoon first until you get to 50. Because once you get to 50, then you'll have some money coming back to you that you can use, and you won't be so stressed out. I don't know if you're stressed out, but I know I was. So I'm gonna scroll back down here, see a couple questions. I was following just that pattern until TM and PayPal had their now 6 packs. Not making anything, unable. So now running on fumes with PLS and everything. Well, that's the whole purpose. Hopefully you were listening to what I was saying. Use Payza, use Solid Trust Pay. Yes, it is slow, but if you just get to 50 packs in Traffic Monsoon, Just it all goes back to following the same plan. Then a lot of people out there are saying that I'm running on fumes because I'm not following the plan. And I'm like, well, I had to reset myself. I had 2,700 packs. Then I went down to, like 10 or 12, the new packs, if you will. And I just reset. I just said, okay, I'm getting to 50 packs. Then I got to 50. I started taking out $50 a week through Payza. Yes, it was slow. I still followed it. And then I took the 50 from Payza to my bank account. Yes, it took a long ass time. But once I got that 50, boom, bought a solo ad. And I'm still following the same plan. So nobody should be struggling if they just go back and follow the plan. I signed up Lead Lightning, have a lot of looks. Again, Lead Lightning, you take that link, you put it on Traffic Monsoon, and you work your way up to 50 ad packs. The money also frozen, cannot get my ID verified. Your ID is going to get verified. This isn't a place to come and to complain. Okay. The shit takes a while. Yes, it does. But again, go back and keep following the plan. That's the only reason I've made it, is because throughout all the bullshit, I went back and I kept following the plan. Yes, I got pissed off. Yes, I get annoyed. Yes, I hated life. But so fucking what? I just went back and kept following the fucking plan. And now I have multiple streams of income, and none of my income is dependent on any one source. And that's where I want to get you folks at. But again, you're going to have to change your thinking here. A lot of people are saying, hey, I can't, I got Lead Lightning and I bought one ad pack and I have no signups. Go back and listen to what I said in the beginning of this hangout. Get Lead Lightning, get another business, Four Corners, or, the $7 AWN level, or just some small business that doesn't have a monthly pack cost. Advertise it on Traffic Monsoon. Do not worry about signups until you get to 50 ad packs. People think I bought an ad pack and I have no fucking signups. Don't worry about signups. The signups will come once you start buying solo ads. You see what I'm saying? Yes, you're going to get signups buying ad packs for Traffic Monsoon. No, it's not going to happen every single day. It's going to be very, very sparingly when it happens, at best. So, again, Lead Lightning, one small little business, either the $18 Four Corners, the $7 Lead Automated Wealth Network, just some little business you can put there and advertise that shit on Traffic Monsoon. Work your way up to 50 ad packs. Once you get 50 ad packs, start taking out $50 a week through slow ass Payza, through slow ass Solid Trust Pay. Just commit to the plan and just keep following it, because that's what I'm doing. Just got up to 51 ad packs, buying solo ads each week, but no one becoming active in Traffic Monsoon. Oh, well, keep doing it. Just keep doing it. That's what people don't get. They think, I bought a couple solo ads, I'm not getting signups, or I'm getting signups, but they're not becoming active, or, that's just the name of the business, the name of the game. I get lots of signups who don't do anything. I call them RIPs, random internet people. They join, they don't do shit. I send them email after email. They don't ever answer me, and then the moment they drop money in a program, that's when they want to contact me all of a sudden. So, it's just the name of the game. You're going to have to deal with that. I get way more signups who sign up for shit and don't do anything than I'm sure half you folks here do. So the thing is just staying committed to the plan, because the plan overall is what's going to get you to a place to where you're earning money. This is why, they say 1 to 3% of internet marketers actually are making money. And this is the reason, because the average person isn't going to stick this shit out long enough to see results. And that's all you have to do is just follow the plan until you get results. That's it. You know, I'm 100% certain that the plan will help you. Is just you have to commit to it. And what happens is folks do something, they don't get results, they think it's the program, then they move over here to this other program and they get the same results. No money, you know? So, also, the only share code I'm using for the deal is, I think Dan still kind of answering your question. The only share code I would say for if you're using Traffic Monsoon or Four Corners, use Frank's share code. Frank Calabro share code for Traffic Monsoon PLS and then Four Corners PLS. If you're using if you want to promote the Broke Man's Plan, go to my Marketing 101 Facebook group, and I just cut a video on it and instructions on how to use it. And that promotes Four Corners, Lead, Lightning, Traffic Monsoon. And it's just standalone pages. It's not autoresponders, capture pages. It's just 3 pages. Solo ads, next progression. Should I upgrade from Lead, Lightning, PLS? It's up to you and your budget. I don't know where you're at financially. The reason I'm laying out the Broke Man's Plan the way I am is because I was broke and I couldn't afford PLS monthly. So it just depends on your budget. You know, if you have a job or if you have a steady source of income coming in, use a percentage of your paycheck. That's what I would do. If I had a paycheck coming in every 2 weeks, like bam, you know, I get $1,000 every 2 weeks. I'm going to take, you know, $100 and buy solo ad every single week or every single 2 weeks and just commit. That's it. I'm not going to care. And if you do that over a year, you spend $100 a week for 52 weeks. Do you think you'll have some results at the end of the year? I'm damn certain you would, you know? So, you know, it just depends on your budget. So, you know, if I see a lot of people asking these questions. Do you know, if you had like $5,000, you know, what would you do with that money, you know, to get the best results? And I would always go back to the plan. You know, if I had $5,000 right now today, boom, and I was starting off broke, I would go back and I would follow the exact plan. I wouldn't dunk it all in Traffic Monsoon. I would, you know, I'd probably get to 10 ad packs. I'd probably buy 10 active ad packs and just do it the slow and steady route. You know, if I had $5,000 today, I would buy 10 active ad packs. I would use some of that to buy my first month of Power Lead System. I would probably buy all the products within Power Lead System so I didn't have to worry about it ever. And I would promote Traffic Monsoon PLS only. And basically, actually, I take that back. I would, you know, either have the Four Corners or you know, some other business working alongside there. And whatever I had left over, I would take a quarter of that, maybe an eighth of that, and buy traffic. And then the next week, you know, I would just work the rest of the plan so that, and I still had the rest of the money in the bank. So, I mean, now, you know, I have a different mentality. I wouldn't put it all 100% in the business. I would, you know, put portions. And that's the whole idea of the Broke Man's Plan, is to kind of teach you to start using percentages of your money to do different things. You know, you use a small percentage to buy traffic. You use a small percentage to cover your monthly overhead. You use another percentage to pay yourself. And it just kind of keeps going along that same path. Do you think using these share funnels, you're going to lose some sales to people in the funnels? I don't understand your question there. Why would I lose sales to people in the funnels? I don't quite get the question there. But going back to Joshua's question, Hopefully that answers your question. I wouldn't dunk it all into business. I would just go back and follow the framework. You know, I'd probably buy 10 packs. I would buy PLS, buy all the products, and then take, you know, maybe $300-400, buy some traffic, and put the rest in the bank, and just kind of follow the plan from there. The money I put in the bank would go to cover my future Power Lead System costs if I don't get any signups. So, I think you know, that's pretty much it. You know, it's going to take time. It's not. How long did it take you to join all the businesses you're in? I mean, did you sign up the very first day? Did you do your research? Did you see people talk about the business for months and then join? You know, so you just have to understand that it takes time. You know, not everyone's going to join today. It took me a long time before I got sold on some of these programs. You know, I see what you're saying, Steve. You're not branding yourself with shared funnels. You know, you're using a shared funnel, but you can still brand yourself. You know, you put a video on YouTube or write a blog post or send an email. That's you. You're branding you. And then you can always recommend folks to the share code, the sales funnel. What I do is I cut my own videos on YouTube. I'll put them on a sales page within Power Lead System. And I'll point them to, you know, Frank share code or, you know, the Leaders League deal. But it's still my face and my voice that they're seeing to introduce them. You see what I'm saying? It's like handing off, you know, it's like, hey, you're in my system, but this is the copy and paste system right here. So, you know, it kind of does both. So I'm not really worried about, you know, sending people the Frank share code there. Let's see. And, you know, getting referrals. One thing, I'm going to log into my Power Lead System account, get a couple of share codes and paste them in the Hangout. But just understand it takes time. And you just have to just commit to the long haul. I mean, that's the only difference. I just kept sticking it out. You know, a lot of people talk about list building and people just don't get it. It's, you know, you get around 5,000 to 10,000 leads in your autoresponder. That's when you're going to start getting regular signups. And so the share codes I'm going to post. And yes, this Hangout's being recorded. The share codes that I'm going to paste here. This one, obviously, it's the Frank Four Corners one. This next one is just Traffic Monsoon. If I can click on the right screen. And you can see it in a thing. It's TM, Frank, TM. And then this one is the 3-step formula. And then this last one is the broke man's plan, which is, you know, my own version there. You know, just the standalone videos. And let's see. And yes, this Hangout's being recorded, and it's pretty much a short, down and dirty. A lot more people showed up to the Hangout on, I think it was Saturday. You know, same concepts I covered, and yes, this will be automatically emailed out to you, to everyone's who showed up. But just understand, just follow the plan. That's all it is. It's just sticking it out. There's nothing different. Just keep following it. You know, you're going to have to get over not getting signups and just commit to the process. And just keep sticking it out. You know, and, I see what you're saying, Steve, because Frank says his name. People are going to Google his name and join him. I'm really not concerned about it, but, you know, it's easy for me to say that from my position. What I still do is, you know, the thing is, when people, and this is nothing against Frank because the same thing happened to me, when you get to a certain place, it gets virtually impossible to respond to everybody who's reaching out to you who has questions. And what usually happens is when folks do seek out Frank instead of, you, they are going to find someone with even less time to respond to them. And so something you may want to include in your marketing, like, yeah, we're following the guru, but if you want to join the guru, just understand he's a guru and he's not going to have time to spend with you like I am. And so that's a very strong selling point in your favor. Even in my case, I've pissed people off because I couldn't answer the email in time. Yeah, I join you in your program, but once you got my money, it's hard to get a hold of you, and just different bullshit like that. So, it just happens because you just can't appease everybody because everyone's going to be jockeying for your position. Hey Rob, can you show up to my hangout? Hey Rob, can you give me a call? Hey Rob, can you do this? And it's like, I can't be there. I'm not omnipresent. I'm not all over the place. So some folks are just gonna have to take a back seat, and that pisses off people. So in your case, use that as a selling tool. Be like, look, I following the same stuff that these guys are doing, but I get more time. So, you can join me. You'll get some one-on-one instruction, blah, blah, blah. Or you can join a guru and never hear from them. You see what I'm saying? So use that. I would use it. Like, look, you want to join me? Great. I got the Facebook groups. I'm pretty quick in answering emails. If you join me at the highest level, or get on the phone, just whatever. And then, and if people join the guru, 7 billion other people on the planet. So you see what I'm saying? And when you just follow the plan, you're just, it won't matter because you're committed to the process. You're going to get a steady flow of leads, and a percentage of those folks are going to keep signing up. And that over time is going to make you that guru. So just think about it that way. Shit always going to happen. Yes. They're going to want to join a guru because they think the guru is going to help them make the money. And when it's not the case, it actually kind of turns on itself, because in the beginning, yes, you have all the time in the world when you're broke and when you're starving and when you're hungry and when you have one person on your team, but you get 1,400 people on your team and they all have the same questions. It's just like, whoa, time out, one at a time. You see what I'm saying? And so that slows down the process. Unless you hire assistants when you get up to the guru level. I'm not about to do that either. So, well, I am, but you see what I'm saying? So just understand that. Just make it a selling point for yourself. So appreciate the words, but just understand that. Yeah, so that's basically it, man. Just stick to it. Yes, you are going to get frustrated. You are going to get mad. You're going to get annoyed. There's going to be weeks that go by and you're not going to get signups. Yes, it's going to piss you off. Yes, it's going to get under your skin. Yes, you're going to want to throw your computer through the glass doors, because I felt that and I go through that and I've been there. I experienced all these emotions. The problem is not in joining the new program. The problem is in showing more people your business. The problem is not in joining another program. The problem is showing enough people your business. You heard, show the plan, show the plan, show the plan. Buying traffic is one of the most efficient ways to show the plan, so you don't have to be stuck dragging people to hotel meetings, coffee shops, in person, that whole deal. So just understand that it's going to take showing the plan to lots and lots of people over and over and over and over and over and over again until you get to a place of success. And that's it. I mean, well, what about the sales video? What about the high converting capture pages and all of it? people are going to join you if they want to join you. You can have the slickest capture page, the best sales video, but if you're not showing folks it, then how's everyone going to see you? You see what I'm saying? So, just understand that. Udemy, yes, I use Udemy for solo ads. The only people I use on Udemy is Desmond Smith, Malik Trotman, MalikTrotman, Dana LeBleu, Dana, and her last name Lebleu, I think it is. Then Kelvin Chan, Kelvin, and last name Chan. Those are only 4 people I really buy. And I'll experiment with other folks, but those are the main folks I buy off of Udemy. How to use this Hangout in your marketing. I've sent it out to my folks. Go on YouTube and get the link and send it out to folks. You still vouch for the soul guy, Calvin Chan? Yeah. I don't. I'm gonna click on that link, see what it says. But yeah, Calvin Chan. He's a little expensive. He's like 61 cents a click. But yeah, I use him. I never had issues with him. Dana LeBleu, Malik Trotman, Desmond Smith, and Kelvin. And then I'll experiment with some of the other folks there. I got 300 clicks last week. Got 1 active. Got no. I mean, it just takes being consistent. What I did when I was buying 50 clicks a week, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna get to buying 100 clicks a week. Then I'm gonna get to buying 200 clicks a week. Then I'm gonna get to buying 300 clicks a week. And that's the only thing I focused on. I didn't give a crap about, if I get signups or not. I just bought more clicks to hit a volume. And then when I got up to 10,000 clicks a week, signups were daily. You take any one of your sales funnels you're using right now and you fire 10,000 clicks a week at it, you're getting signups. The sheer volume of people is going to get you paid. So one thing I'm going to do, going to type in my email for the folks who are on this Hangout. And send me an email and I'll send you the names on, that I mentioned for Udemy. Just copy that email, write it down, send me an email, and then I'll just send you some names, and I'll include some extra names on there as well. Some names I didn't mention. So you got to actually email me for those, but they're off of Udemy, and I've never had issues with any of the names that I'm going to send you. But it takes being consistent. If you buy 100 clicks a week, you buy 100 clicks a week, and you just stick it out. What do you use the TM clicks for? I use that to promote, lead lightning, power lead system, 4 corners, anything I want to promote. It goes back to the beginning. You have lead lightning, it's the marketing system. You pair it with a business, 4 corners, in most cases, and that's what you promote on Traffic Monsoon. Then when you can afford the full-blown power lead system, you use Frank's share code for 4 corners, power lead system, and you promote that 100% on Traffic Monsoon. Now, here's a strategy. When you buy solo ads, you promote Traffic Monsoon and power lead system. Your folks who join you, you say, hey, look, you join me in Traffic Monsoon, power lead system. This is what I promote on Traffic Monsoon. And then you send them your 4 corners power lead system, i.e. Frank's, videos there. And that's an easy way to sell 4 corners on the back end automatically. That's what I did for a while, and it works pretty good. So when folks join you in one program, they're a bit more inclined to join you in another program. That has to all make sense. It can't just be crazy all over the place. So it has to follow a structure and make sense. So just understand that. So anyway, going to be wrapping this hang up in 2 minutes. Just kind of seeing if anyone else has any other questions here. But yeah, I'm not seeing any other questions. So any which way, Just follow the plan, stick it out. If you have any questions, reach out to me on Facebook. You got my email. Yes, thanks, Dan, for posting those names. Those are the main four I buy from. And you refer your new folks to your Udemy link, because I get anywhere from 30 to 70 bucks a day from Udemy, and I just take that and I buy clicks with it. And I don't have to come out of pocket because I have so many referrals buying traffic from Udemy that I could just use my referral commissions and buy solo ads. So my solo ads on Udemy is free for the most part. Appreciate it. The lead gen links back to the TM video, so it doesn't make sense to put lead lightning on the TM banners. I don't know what you're saying there, but what I did was promote lead lightning on Traffic Monsoon and just done exactly what I shared over and over in this hangout. People ask me questions, I tell them what to do, and then they say, but this, but that. It's what I did. Take it or leave it. If you want to get where I am, this is what I did, and I stuck it out, and I got to where I am, and it's what I still do right now today. Hasn't changed. So you can either do what I'm saying or do what you're doing. And I'll always leave it with this, because I had a person I was meeting in person. They would come up here and they would ask me something, and I would show them how I'm doing it. And then they would argue. And it's just like, really? Do you want my results or do you want your results? Who's the one making the money? So you might want to freaking listen. And, but anyways, wrapping this hang up. Hopefully you guys got some information, or just and also I will throw out there, I listen to my own hangouts just to make sure if I'm communicating something clearly, just so it makes sense in my head. So I have to keep myself on track too. So it's not just me hammering you folks. I hammer myself too when I get off track, and I have got off track at different points in time. And I mean, it just happens to all of us, but you just go back, listen to the information. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why I ever changed my mind, and it'll just kind of sink in, and you'll just keep going. Also, this plan, yes, it's centered around Traffic Monsoon, but you can apply any rev share. If you're using My Paying Ads or Beyond Push, or I don't know what the hell else is out there for that pays, whatever the hell else is out there, you can do the same thing as long as you can withdraw some cash. Get to where you're earning 50 bucks a day, take out 50 bucks a week, buy traffic, keep repeating. You see, so it's not based on any one program. If I know My Paying Ads, $5 ad packs. I mean, you can't get much more broke man's plan than that. And just keep the same strategy. Get to where you're earning around 50 bucks a day, take out 50 bucks a week, buy traffic. And it's the same process. So anyways, we're wrapping this up. Appreciate folks hanging out. Send me an email. If I don't answer the email, send me a message on Facebook. Throw some rocks, Holly. Whatever. Do whatever it is you got to do. Stay persistent. Just keep taking action, because that's all it takes. And you don't have to take crazy action all day long like I did in the beginning. You put out 1-2 videos a day. You buy 100 clicks a week, and you just keep doing that. And then you buy 200 clicks a week. 1 to 2 videos a day. Put out 1 to 2 videos a day, buy 300 clicks a week. Then you get to a place to put it 1 to 2 videos a day, buy 400 clicks a week, and just keep going. And then cap it. When you get to where you're buying 10,000 clicks a week, cap it, meaning don't buy any more. Just buy 10,000, or 5 to 10,000. Once you get to that volume, that's going to have enough people coming in to get you a sustainable income. Believe me on that, because that's what happened to me. I said, you know what? Because some clicks, they're going to be crap. They're going to be fake. You're going to buy some shitty solo ads, but with that volume, 5,000 clicks, not every single one of those clicks are going to be fake. You see what I'm saying? So a percentage of that will be the real core that's going to provide you the income that's going to get you to a place where you can sustain. And so that is what I want you to get. So anyway, wrapping this up, appreciate folks hanging out. Questions, send me the email. I'm going to type in my email address one more time. Yeah, going to end this hang up here in a couple seconds. It's 5 p.m. here, 4:54 p.m. Yeah, all right. Appreciate it. Stick it out. Hit me on Facebook, email, and just keep sticking it out wherever you're at in the plan. Just write it out, get it straight in your own mind, and follow it. You still have your old original videos somewhere on YouTube. I might put those in the Broke Man's Plan share code. And in fact, also with that, I will say, if you're using that share code, my Broke Man's Plan share code, I'm going to put the original 4 video series in there as well. That basically covers everything I shared here, with the exception of the multiple streams. And that's on YouTube. That's a 4 video playlist. I'm going to put it on one page, and you'll have that to show your folks and be like, hey, look, this is what this guy's done, and don't worry about folks joining. I don't worry about folks joining Frank. Just put yourself in front of the content. Just say, hey, look, you're on my email list. If you want to work with me, I'll be here for you. But if you go join the guru, just be prepared to get in the back of the line, because the guru's handling guru stuff. So you might want to join me. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So just always, you are what people join, not people join the guru, but people join people they know, like, and trust. People, reach out to me all the time. Hey, where's your link? I don't email them. A week later, they join someone else on my team, and I'm happy for them. So I mean, it'll all work out in the end the way it should be. So that being said, wrapping this up, appreciate you folks. We will see you on the next hangout.